let's talk about the second Deadpool film, Deadpool 2. So the film is about Deadpool forming the X-Force to protect this young mutant, Russell, from Cable, who comes from the future to go after him because of something Russell does in the future. And this sequel is perfect, as it is bigger, and it has a much bigger budget where they can actually do a lot of stuff. And just like the first film, the sequel does not disappoint at all. As of course, we see Ryan Reynolds back as Deadpool, and he is basically Deadpool in real life. He owns the role. But with this film, we do get introduced to Josh Brolin as Cable, and Josh Brolin does an amazing job playing Cable, as he was also Thanos the same year this came out. And we also get Zazie Beetz as Domino, who was great alongside Cable and Deadpool. I would love to see more of them in the future. Russell was played by Julian Dennison, and he was pretty good in the film, because sometimes in films like the kids can be annoying. He wasn't annoying at all. But with this film, there's just a lot going on. From a tragedy, the X-Men, Cable coming back in time, family, etc. And this is what this film is. This is a family film. You'll understand if you watch the film. But with this film, it is even more hilarious. It has a lot more funny moments, and it has a lot more action. It is action-packed. And it's just great to see that they were able to do a lot more compared to the first one. Like with this film, they were not holding back at all. Even the special effects in this film was great, especially with one character, who cannot be stopped. But with this film, it does have its twists and turns at times, like several unexpected moments, several surprises. But with this film, it does introduce the X-Force, as we see Terry Crews as Bedlam, Louis Kahn as Shatterstar, Bill Skarsgård as this guy who can spit up acid, Brad Pitt as the Vanisher even though we cannot see him, and Robert Delaney as Peter, who steals the soul. And this was originally supposed to set up for an X-Force film, but it turns out it was just a Fox marketing ploy to keep Josh Brolin employed. But it didn't happen due to the merger with Disney. But still, what we saw of these characters was great for the most part, and surprising too. Some minor flaws with the film is that some of the characters from the first film, like Colossus, Negasonic Teenage Warhead, Vanessa, Blind Owl, they take a step back, which is a bit disappointing because they were great characters. But it kind of makes sense due to Domino and Cable being in the film. But while I would have loved to see more of them, I understand why they made that decision. And with the film, there are like some parts where like it slows down a bit. And there's just some parts where there's just too much going on. But regardless of those flaws, I still enjoyed the film. I loved how we got more Deadpool. I loved how we got introduced to Cable and Domino. I loved how we got more Dopender. And with this film, I recommend watching the Super Duper Cut, which has 15 more minutes. Some changes in some scenes, but yet it is worth it. 15 more minutes of epicness. Overall, Deadpool 2 is a perfect sequel to Deadpool. Would have been even more perfect if it had Wolverine, but hey, we're finally getting that. But after this film, I do hope that Josh Brolin and Zazie Beetz return as Cable and Domino in the MCU. And I do hope that we see just a lot more in the MCU of Deadpool. But this was a perfect sequel, a perfect continuation of the character, and I cannot wait to see what they do next. Especially with Deadpool and Wolverine. But what are your thoughts on Deadpool 2? Do you like it? Do you not? Let me know in the comments below and follow me for more.